The only thing necessary for evil to succeed is for good men to do nothing. It's important that people wake up to what is going on. It's time that we read the Constitution. It is error that needs the support of government. Truth can stand alone. That was given to us by Thomas Jefferson. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. My name's Daniel Hapney, and this is The Real Story. What an interesting week we have for you this week, or the time. We're going to do a little bit of news, then maybe go into some topic, and then finish up with, gee, what you can do, or the bright side of it, Someone asked me to make it funny, and I don't know if I can, but I will try for you. So anyway, news stuff, we just had all our elections, and here in Massachusetts we had 3 questions, One was, should the people maintain their servitude and slavery? And I guess the people said yes. Question 1 got a resounding no. I haven't got the numbers for you, but from what I understood, someone said something to the effect of 60% wanted the income tax and maybe 30 didn't. And I'm trying to wonder what happened to the other 10. But that's neither here nor there. I was told that the question number 2 in regards to, should we decriminalize the consumption of marijuana products, that passed, and I don't know how that'll roll out, but it'd be very interesting. Maybe, is it more business for syndicated crime or less? We don't know. But let's see, and the third one is, do we want to have dogs and dogs racing and dogs running around tracks? And evidently we don't. And that's what you have from Massachusetts. I think they, most of all the incumbents won. I heard that, Mr. Kerry was up and he got himself reelected. I guess that's really important because people wanted change. Remember that? They went to the polls, and a lot of people went to the polls. Here in Sharon, I saw the lines going all the way back to the parking lot at the high school. And I said to myself, gee, all these people want change. Yet, wasn't it a famous person who said that if you keep doing the same thing over and over, and you're doing the same thing, and you're expecting different results, that possibly there was a description for that type of behavior? When I say we, the populace here, have been electing both, quote, Democrats and Republicans, back and forth, and yet we want change. And I think that's why a lot of people went, and I can understand why they went and wanted change. But we'll get into that a little more. We'll get into more of our change candidate. And with that in mind, might as well go over. From what I understand, the guy who helped write the most recent, what do they call it, bailout? Rescue plan. I called it ripoff. I guess Barney Frank got back in. He's my representative here. Rather interesting, huh? He takes from the poor and gives to the rich. And you say, Dan, how can you say that about Barney Frank? Barney, I'm out of the closet, Frank. Let me go with you like this. Well, let's see. One of his best buddies was working for Fannie or Freddie, right? An inside guy. But that's not the whole thing. The whole thing was, geez, this Goldman Sachs thing, this whole banker thing. And Barney did what? Barney helped them so that they'd get this rescue plan, this bailout, the thing I call ripoff. And what have those banks done with that money? That's money you're paying for, because all these printed dollars, whether or not they give it to banks or anybody, just the fact that they're printing money out of nothing is basically making you even more of a slave. And the best thing is, it's the type of slavery that you don't even notice, you barely feel. It's called inflation. Because as all this money gets created out of nothing, the bailout money, where did that come from? Did somebody have that bailout money in the bank? No, because the bankers, they needed the money, didn't they? Because they didn't have any money in the bank. All this fiat money, it's starting to come back, huh? Well, I'm going to tell you it's going to come back in a big way. And when I say in a big way, the words I like to think of is like hyper, sounds hyper, doesn't it? Inflation. That's right. Hyperinflation. What does hyperinflation mean to you? Does that mean you'll be paying twice as much for your home in Sharon? Possibly, if you have to buy one. Will you be paying twice as much for the milk? Yeah, you probably will. How about twice as much for the paper? The only things that probably won't cost twice as much are those that, they'll put price controls on. I can kind of see that in the future. I know this is only October, November, it's actually November of 2008, and I'm over here telling you hyperinflation and possibly price controls in your future. Does the word austerity mean anything to you? Weren't people telling us to get ready for an austerity plan? Well, I think we should be getting ready for an austerity plan. So anyway, time's moving on. We've got this little time capsule going on, and yes, we had an election, and the people got to what? They got to select the candidates that the powers that be, or at least the money that is the power that be, got to choose for us. Let's see, the big donator to McCain was Goldman Sachs. Hey, that's right. And who was the big donator to Obama? Well, Goldman Sachs. Hey, you think we were going to get a difference with either one of those two? And evidently, I guess Goldman gave a lot more to Obama, maybe 3 times as much than Goldman gave to McCain. But what's interesting is you viewers, you probably went out to the polls, and I can understand you probably wanted a change. And there was a man selling you a change. And he said, just come with me, and I'll take you back to the land of milk and honey, lots of change. Well, let's think about it. Like I said, it's November 2008, so when you rewatch this show a year from now and stuff, let's find out if I'm right or wrong when I say, be careful about your wishes. Sometimes the change you get you may not like. And that's not so much against Obama. I could care. My thought is this. Are you going to see him curtail domestic surveillance and wiretapping? You think that's what Obama's going to do while he's in? Is he going to repeal the Patriot Act? Do you think that's what Obama's going to do when he gets in? Say, you know what, that president before me signed that Patriot Act, and gee, it wasn't right, and I'm going to fix it. Or how about the Military Commissions Act? You think he's going to repeal that? So, the John Warner Defense Authorization Act? Think he's going to repeal that? That's right, it's November 2008, and I'm over here telling you, you're going to have a new president on the 20th. On the 20th of next year, 2009, January 20th, right? We signed him in. And he's going to put his hand on this. Oh, he puts it on a Bible. But what does he tell you about this? He didn't put his hand on it. He tells you that he swears to uphold and maintain and defend the United States Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Well, his predecessor didn't. You know that. Maybe that's why you want to change. You think he will? He's backed by the same money people. The same banks, huh? Same bankers. Yeah, and what they just do, they took from you, and they're now giving what? Each other bonuses. That's right, Goldman Sachs in particular, in the form of billions of dollars worth of bonuses in all their operating units, both here and foreign. Yeah, that's why they needed to be bailed out. That's why you needed to, pay for that bailout so that they could have billions and tens of billions of dollars in bonuses. You think that guy's going to defend? I wonder. All I know is the previous guy didn't. And many of us, when I say us, many people thought, once again, that they were going to get change. They probably don't consider the duopoly, the fact that both parties are run by the same people behind the scenes. Maybe that's hard to believe. Maybe they think there is a difference. Once again, they came out the previous election, okay, and they changed the the Senate and stuff in Congress so that there would be more Democrats. And that was, their thing was they were going to get us out of the war. Well, once again, it's November 2008, and I'm going to ask you, a year from now, you think Obama's getting us out of those wars? You think he's going to bring those troops back, or is he going to keep the globalist agenda, that empire type thing going on? And maybe he'll find new targets. Once again, it's November 2008, and I'm saying maybe he'll find new targets. I thought it was interesting. Maybe you did too, when you heard his partner, Mr. Biden, the one who met with that Pakistani ISI intelligence, general who wired Muhammad out of the money. Boy, Mr. Biden, what did he say? He said that Obama will be tested, shortly after coming in. And I'll see his quote was, I guess he's going to do things that a lot of people are going to find very, very unpopular. So, what does Mr. Biden know? How is it that he knows that? Do you ever wonder that when you asked for change and you said, I want that guy Obama and I want that guy Biden? And it gets even better because then you have Colin Powell about a week and a half ago said that, oh yeah, he's going to be tested. Maybe on the 21st or 22nd or 23rd. That's just a couple days after getting in. And once again, what are these unpopular things that are going to happen? But then I think, you want to change. And so you got that, you got the Obama-Biden thing going on. You think, hey, change is coming. We're going to get rid of that birdcage liner they call Bush and Cheney. Right? And so sweep out the bottom of the birdcage, put in a new one, people that we can get upset with, and we're going to call the new one Obama and Biden. And if anybody gives Obama a hard time, they must be a racist, right? Because he's not white. All right. So anyhow,